Prime Minister Boris Johnson urged people to get their booster shots ahead of Christmas at the weekend. His message was stark: the Omicron variant is coming in a tiny wave and getting a third shot could save the NHS. It is worth noting that you can still catch Omicron if you are triple jabbed, although the severity of the disease is significantly reduced, evidence suggests. First-hand reports to the Zoe COVID app, which logs submissions from millions of users across the UK, hints at the variant's ability to evade vaccine-induced antibodies. Speaking in his latest video, Tim Spector, Professor of Genetic Epidemiology at King's College London, who heads up the Zoe COVID study app, explained the symptoms being reported in those double or triple jabbed. A regular Zoe user entertained a 60th birthday party gathering with 18 guests, he began. All of them had taken lateral flow tests prior to the gathering. On Sunday they were informed that one of the guests, who happened to be a teacher, had tested positive, and the following week 16 out of 18 had fallen ill in some way. Why a third vaccine dose is essential to beat Omicron, according to New Oxford University Professor Spector continued. They were subsequently informed by NHS Test and Trace that it was Omicron or probable Omicron, and they were waiting to get the genetic sequencing confirmations. What symptoms did they experience? According to the professor, the symptoms they reported were pretty mild. Quite a few of them had nausea, slight temperature, sore throats and headaches, he said. Although nobody was bad enough to need a doctor or go to hospital, all had been double and triple vaccinated, added Professor Spector. Longevity, household habit linked to positive well-being, tips Omicron variant, the initial symptom to spot, advice Len Goodman Health, stars 2 cancer battles. Insight, the fact that none of the cases required medical assistance indicates that the vaccines clearly reduced the severity of the illness, he noted. Research elsewhere makes a strong case for getting 3 shots of a COVID vaccine. 2 doses of the AstraZeneca and Pfizer/BioNTech vaccines offer little protection against the Omicron variant of COVID, but a booster raises their effectiveness to between 70 and 75%. That's the conclusion of a data analysis by the UK Health Security Agency (UKSA). The analysis of 581 people with confirmed Omicron showed the AstraZeneca and Pfizer jabs provided much lower levels of protection against symptomatic infection compared to the protection that they provide against Delta, it said in a statement. The findings were also encouraging. However, the preliminary data showed effectiveness against the new variant appears to increase considerably in the early period after a booster dose, providing around 70 to 75% protection against symptomatic infection. Due to the early nature of the findings, all estimates are subject to significant uncertainty and are subject to change. Vaccine effectiveness against severe disease from Omicron is not yet known but is expected to be significantly higher than protection against symptomatic disease, the statement continued, adding data on this won't be available for several weeks. How fast is Omicron spreading? Some estimates suggest that 3% of all positive cases of coronavirus in the UK are currently the Omicron variant. It is also estimated that if Omicron continues to grow at the current rate, it will become the dominant strain, accounting for more than 50% of all COVID-19 infections in the UK by mid-December, the UKSA warned. It said evidence continues to show the new variant is transmitting more rapidly than the dominant Delta variant, with studies of households and contacts finding there is a higher risk of transmission to contacts from an Omicron case. Dr. Mary Ramsey, head of immunization at the UKSA, said, "These early estimates should be treated with caution, but they indicate that a few months after the second jab, there is a greater risk of catching the Omicron variant compared to Delta strain."